Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
Welcome back to the Live to Die podcast. I mostly now just try to find any way to not say the cursed start word.
So?
Yeah.
So?
I believe one of our last recordings, we did a little bit. You know, I'm not a fan of New Year's resolutions because I'm not fun. But I think I asked everyone to kind of share anything from the previous year that they were excited about or felt good about. And all of you shared amazing and kind of personal things. So I wanted to kind of tag on that a little bit as an easy opening and say, do you have any highlights, not so much about you, but things that you enjoyed in 2024? Could be books, media, TV shows, games, like anything you want to call out as like, hey, from my top, the best of 2024 list 4. And we'll just go clockwise around the table. Jason, any like 1 to 3 highlights, top 2024 things that you want to recommend to our adoring listeners as quality 2024 items?
The first one I'm going to recommend, if you have not done it or are not doing it, is travel this wonderful, beautiful country. There's so many things you can do.
Damn,
I've driven across this thing at least twice this year, and I have another one coming up all the way to Delaware.
You're doing a 50 states tour, right?
All 50 states, yep. And
50 states in 50 days.
Yep. That would be horrible.
Are you going to go to the U.S. territories as well?
Oh, later maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. But we visited a lot of places this year. I went to Texas twice, which was actually way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
It is like 5 countries itself.
It is,
so.
yeah. We got to go to a Formula One race there, so that was like a highlight for me. Books that I've read this year, honestly, the one that sticks out was probably like I read this pirate book this year that me and Ryan and Matt and Jessica's dad or Matt's dad all read, and it was really awesome and really informative. And turns out, did you know that William and Mary College was founded partly by the money that they took from a group of pirates?
No. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. I knew it's the first college in the United States, right?
A large portion there was like these pirates that they captured and like took a bunch of their gold and find them a bunch of money, and they took that money and started William and Mary.
Damn.
I found it out in that book.
There is a provision in the Constitution that says that Congress can hand out letters of marque, which means that they can make pirates.
Yeah.
They can authorize pirates.
So wait, what's the name of this book?
Born to be Hanged.
Born to be Hanged is the short title. It's Born to be Hanged, the story of how pirates
are cool.
So this is like a whole blood
saved
marine.
a princess, stole a fortune, something in the South Seas.
So it's a Fall Out Boy song title. It just keeps
It
going.
is a long
Right.
Fall Out Boy title, yeah. And then the other thing, I guess, would be...
music's also something people want to shout out. Music, I just thought about that. Spotify Wrapped just hit.
I was going to shout out The Penguin.
I've not seen it, but I heard so good.
I watched episode 1 last night.
I'm going to get close.
Yeah.
It's the best thing DC's made in a long, long time.
Nice.
I've heard people...
It's so good.
One of my favorite backhanded compliments I ever heard is about the book series, about the Eisenhorn trilogy, which is like a Warhammer 40K series. And I've heard, because I've never read any Warhammer fiction because that doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah.
Like, I've read the books and like the lore, but not fiction. And someone said, no, the Eisenhorn books are actually, they're the best 40K books, but it's such a good 40K book. It's actually a decent science fiction book. Huh. And I was like, that's the most backhanded compliment. Yeah. But I've heard something similar about Penguin, that like Penguin's actually just a good TV show. Like, even if you're not a DC person, they just actually made a good TV show.
You know how when Star Wars made Andor and we were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like,
oh fuck.
Just take these people and have them make all the shit and we'll be fine.
Is it called The Penguin? Isn't it called like...
It's The Penguin.
Oh, okay. I thought it was called Falcone or something.
No, but it's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark. Like, Jessica cried a couple times. Matt texted me last night and was like, holy shit, episode 4 is really intense. It was a really, really good show, and Colin Farrell is amazing in that show. Crazy good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's an awesome, great like shout out 2024 highlights. Jared, yeah, anything 2024 you enjoyed?
Yeah. I didn't do much traveling, unfortunately, but I I've been at my job for a year now in October. So
Oh,
that's
hell
good.
yeah.
Congrats.
And
Yeah.
I got a promotion last year, so that was good.
Oh, shit. Within a year.
Yeah, 6 months in.
Dang. That's how
Um,
good Jared is.
This is what you can accomplish without an inner monologue.
This is what you can accomplish with Adderall.
Yes, sir.
So that was good. And
We're not sponsored by Adderall.
I am.
yet. I had something else. What was it? I don't remember now. But we'll go with that. I think there were lots of media things. I'm enjoying Severance right now.
Oh,
I'm
Well,
only
new
about
season on the
halfway
way.
in. Yeah,
January
so timing's
17th.
good. I watched the first episode of The Penguin last night.
Mm-hmm. You'll watch the
I saw
next 9.
I saw Interstellar in
unison.
theaters yesterday.
How was
which-
that?
It was great. It was IMAX.
I've
And it
never
was-
seen Interstellar.
Oh, my
it's-
gosh.
I
Are you
I like
actually
to
serious?
look
did.
at people's faces when I say it.
I loved it.
Yeah,
like,
it's
I might
really
not watch
great.
it just for this moment that I get to enjoy.
I loved it.
No, we'll make a watch party. It's really good.
okay. Yeah, actually, if I have my timing right, I think this episode will be airing right around when season 2 of Severance starts. So if you haven't watched season 1 yet, do that and then watch season 2
Yeah.
because it's
Get on
really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's very good.
It kind of gave me the vibes of watching Lost when Lost first came out, which that's a hard feeling to recapture.
And no one's getting stuck on islands anymore. We're getting stuck in the corporate world if we're getting stuck anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's actually.
Is it like Kafka-esque? Is
Yeah.
it all
Yeah.
about like
Yeah.
trying to
Mhm.
escape this bureaucracy that doesn't make any sense?
Yep.
That
Okay.
you're intentionally buying into anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, you got any 2024 highlights?
I read
of
a lot
things?
of Jeff Vandermeer this year.
Yeah, you
A lot.
Jesus, you did.
I read the Absolution or the Annihilation trilogy twice. I read Absolution twice. I read.
Isn't it a quadrology now?
Yeah, I like to call it a trilogy just for fun because I liked it before it was cool. And
Those are like the three
Ambergris
Star, the
trilogy
first
was
three
really
Star Wars
good.
movies are
Yeah.
the only 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Energy.
So, yeah, lots of books. I recommend reading as much as possible. I think it's really, really good for everybody, no matter what. Audiobooks count too. So if that's,
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. 2024. I went skiing at Keystone yesterday. So my first Colorado snow sport experience. And every single time I was at the lift, just like looking over my shoulder at the mountains and everything around this ridiculously beautiful area.
Gorgeous.
I have a friend who moved here from Hawaii before me. He's from Denver. He's from Fort Collins. He's like, Denver's just a truck stop in the middle of nowhere, and which I think is true and funny. But
Yeah.
it's really
It's where the
parked in a
hippies
really
stopped
it's-
moving west.
Yeah, I think we make this joke about like they got here, they looked at the Rockies, they're like, no, we ain't going any farther. Fuck that.
That's a Gallagher
yeah.
joke, actually.
Oh,
Is it?
really?
Yeah. He's
Oh,
like,
nice.
they got to the Rocky Mountains and they were like, fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck it.
And he's like, and then some kept going and they got to San Francisco and they were like, we have to keep going. So they built piers.
Nice. Nice.
That's funny.
This started last year after I moved here with Jason. I used to be like a habitual CrossFit goer to like go to class. Like I needed to be in the area where there was somebody telling me what to do. This year I go to the gym on my own by myself. And so I think just like that and reading, like finding space for yourself where you don't need anybody else being around. So like that solitude, like solitary time. That's just good for you. So
I'm loving-
2024.
I'm loving our recommendations list. We've
Mhm.
got good TV
Yeah.
shows. We've got Get Outside, See the
Self-help.
Country, Find Space for Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered my
Adderall.
other thing.
Yeah.
Adderall.
Adderall.
Yeah.
My other thing,
Cocaine.
Me
my
too.
other thing was Nikola Jokic for the
Oh,
Nuggets,
yeah.
just because
Yeah.
he's amazing. That's all.
So everyone go find Nikola Jokic and
My favorite weed
give him a kiss.
was cocaine.
Please do.
all right, Trent. Any 2024 recommendations for our listeners?
So I have been meaning to do this, and I finally started last night watching the second season of Arcane, which I know is very
Oh.
niche. So
no,
it's,
I mean,
it's about sort of League of Legends characters, like backstories. It's super good. The
Yeah.
animation is in fucking incredible.
soundtrack's amazing.
Soundtrack's great.
Voice acting's great.
Like the story is so good. Like it's such great story writing. So I'm not all the way through yet. I only got through like 3 episodes of the second season, but oh man,
Now,
it's wonderful.
the show does come with a major warning.
Yeah, just because you really like the show does not mean you should ever play the game.
never played League
Yeah.
of Legends.
They're identical. I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
God, don't do it, listeners. I play it all the time. Don't fucking play it.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
And this actually
It's a
opens
curse.
this opens the door for a great thing here because we have with us for the first time in a while a 5th player at our table today.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
Bringing
dun,
back
dun.
crowd fan favorite.
Aw.
Lauren's back.
Hello.
Yay.
I'm so excited to be back. For my 2024, first of all, I want to just brag that back in August, I climbed the Manitou Incline.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoa.
I did
If-
that 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done it.
It's tough.
It's great. I highly recommend. If you don't know what it is, it's old railroad tracks and it's 27,098 steps.
2,768 steps.
68.
That's
It's a
a lot of
9 when you
steps.
look down.
She's reading her shirt.
That shirt is so dope.
I love
It's a
it.
cool shirt, yeah.
It's
It's
so dope.
I bought it right after I did it because I wouldn't buy it before. I had
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do it
that's
and then
fair.
I bought it.
So another one for seeing local landmarks.
Yes, go see local landmarks.
We're not your typical nerds.
Yeah.
Also,
We
Wait
go
till I
outside.
Speak for yourself.
the other thing I feel like I've done a lot this year is do things you love. Stop doing things you don't.
Yes.
Oh, hell yes.
I was part of a book club, and for a long time, it was really great, but I started to not really enjoy it so much. And so I finally made a decision like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And it's been great.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, kick that shit out of your life.
Yeah. And then also, like, same thing. I was reading a lot of books that people recommended to me. They should have been good, and they just weren't. I just hated them. I was getting through them. I'm like, I rage finishing these books because I'm like, I don't want to give up in the middle,
Yes.
but they're terrible. And so finally, I've gone back to a story that I read. I started the series way back in high school, and it was still coming out. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to restart that series because I really liked it. It's the Assassin's Apprentice series from Robin Hobb.
This pops up on my TikTok all
It's
the
It's
time.
incredible. And I started rereading it, and I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. I can't believe I stopped at any point.
Go ahead and add that
And
to
so-
the list real quick.
It's I
No.
think it's a 12-book series, but it is
Dang.
finished. So
Now I know
Nice.
what kind of book to grab you
yeah.
It's
next
called
time
the
we come here.
It's so the first one's just called Assassin's Apprentice.
All right.
By the way, I fully endorse just not finishing a book if you're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
100%.
There's
Ugh.
no guarantee that it's going to get better at the end.
Mhm.
So
I'm-
just give up.
I'm so bad about doing that. I have this thing where, like, if I start a book, I'm like, no, I want to be able to say I didn't like it. I want people to say, well, you didn't make it to the end, so I have to finish it. And I have, I think I mentioned to somebody that I finished a book. I finished, like, well, it wasn't a trilogy. I finished 3 books in a series. And at the end of it, I was like, I had such a poor experience that I stopped enjoying reading for about 3 weeks afterwards and had
Yeah.
to take a break.
I want to say that's exactly why I finished Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I hate that book.
Jane is jumping up across the room as someone else who did not like
What's
it.
that noise?
Everybody was like, oh my God, this is such a good book. It's about games. Did you read it, Lauren? It's about games. And so I read it and I'm like, no, this is stupid. The games is just like a poor background that they've used.
All right, we have a rare guest spot. Jane
She's
is
telling
choosing
us
to come
shit
back
on a
on the
book.
microphone.
I've never felt so seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm so glad because everybody
she plays
loves
Nancy
it.
Drew too.
Yeah. Well, this for anybody that doesn't know, Lauren and I are actually the reason any of the rest of you are friends, except for Ryan and Jason, who became
No,
friends
Ryan,
before I was born.
I
but-
met at the first GCP
As
Live.
usual, Jane forgets that I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot about Trent. Really, it's the reason that we're friends with Jason and Jared.
Isn't that crazy that we met in New York City for
We
this
did.
random podcast
Yeah.
meetup, and now we're playing in
And
a
then
game group here?
I
Whoa.
saw you again in Philly.
Yeah.
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 And we just moved all over the country and we all ended up
Yeah.
in Colorado.
Mhm.
Can we talk
cool.
though really quick about this book?
Yes.
Because
Sorry.
let me just say, it comes up on lists. I literally was just at the bookstore yesterday, and it was like best book of 2024.
What's it called again?
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
Don't be fooled by the cool cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna see
looks
the
really
good
cool.
You
reviews.
judged the book by its cover.
I judged the book by its cover.
No, I judged the book because everyone said it was so good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And
That's usually
I
a good hint that it's fucking terrible.
I read it while I was traveling this year, and I was so angry at the point that I finished this book because I was just waiting for it to get good, and
Yeah.
it never did. But I did finish it, that I left it in the hotel with a note that said, whoever's in here next, you can have this, though I don't know why you would want it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
All right.
iconic.
It made me so, and honestly, it's a book that if I had just like picked it up and read it, I would be like, not great, whatever. But the fact that everyone was talking about how good it was made me so angry.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
as usual, Lauren's right about everything.
I'm
Out.
so glad.
Of over 1 million reviews.
Uh huh.
This book has a 4.14 and has been given awards for winner of readers'
Yeah,
favorite
these people
fiction.
That's
are
out
so
of 5
wrong.
or out of 10?
5.
Oh,
On
man.
Goodreads, right?
Yeah, Goodreads is out of 5.
Yeah, out of
People
5.
really like this book, and I don't know why.
They love
Yeah,
that shit.
I agree,
A
I
million
agree.
reviews. That's crazy.
I find the more that I read books that are like on the lists or like on the front table at wherever, like I like them a lot less. I just read a book this weekend that I was like, I pushed through it really fast because I want to see what happened at the end. And now that I've like had a day or so to digest it, I was like, I think this book is garbage, and I'm afraid to even bring it up.
Well,
So,
you know why that
Yes.
happens, right?
Say it. What book is it?
Name
All
shame.
Fours by Miranda
Oh,
July.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I haven't read it, but I do see it on the table a lot.
It's really, really, really sexually explicitly intense.
Ah,
Mm.
that
Oh.
Yeah.
that happens.
So it's for you,
like
Lauren.
not enjoying at all books that
Not
a
in
lot
that-
of people like.
Not in that way.
Because it happens because we're better than everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does make me
That's
feel a little bit like an elitist when I see these books that I'm like, well, everybody loves this except for me
Yeah, I don't.
and
think-
Lauren.
Yeah,
That's why I'm never watching
we're
Interstellar.
on the same
Yeah.
team.
I keep track
so you
of
never
all the
watch
books I
what?
read.
I'm never watching Interstellar.
It's not
because
going to
no,
change your
it's
life,
not
Oh,
gonna
right?
change-
wow.
Exactly.
But it's a good movie.
But
I
everyone says
enjoyed
that,
it.
and now I'm worried that it's going to suck for me because so many
No.
people hyped
It might.
I don't think so.
I don't love the new Batman movie.
the fuck out.
Oh,
of here.
can I?
I'm just. I mean, I like
literally
it. I
left
think
the
it's a
table.
great
Your
movie.
aspect of Hawaii, bro.
What's the movie I just watched? There was a similar thing with just a movie I just watched. I just Dune 2.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
like phenomenally crafted, just like the Batman movie. Phenomenal. Like the craftsmanship is 10 out of 10 and everything. But I was like, maybe this just isn't for me. But then I read this book last year that's like, if you say this isn't for you, it just means you failed to connect with the content. And I was
Oh
like,
my
that's
God.
fucking bullshit too. You pretentious piece of shit. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I was
Can
going
I-
to say that's some pretentious
Yeah.
bullshit.
Batman is Batman for cinephiles. That's it.
For sure. That's fine.
Before I give James this mic back, I would just like to, on that note, second, some sort of in the similar vein as Trent just said, I endorse you finishing a book if you don't like it, which is that I would say
Not finishing.
not finished. Right.
Yeah,
right. Right. But I would just say that, like, in that vein, Ryan, it's like, just don't like the things that you don't like
Yeah.
and like the things that you like. And if people, as much as I'm like shitting on tomorrow,
Yeah.
it's like, I think it's okay to just be like, everybody likes this thing, but I don't like it. And that doesn't mean that, you don't get it. Oh no, the heat is coming on.
James.
James is
So should we
panicking.
talk about Game of
give it
Thrones
the
again? No, I'm kidding.
All right, anyway, I guess I'm running the game today. So
Yeah.
let's go. Oh, you're all
speaking of-
dead.
Yo,
oh,
you just,
I want to see that die.
dang.
You just killed
Yeah,
It
right.
that.
actually
What's
was
it
a
say?
natural 18.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
good roll.
not bad.
James
Just-
can't use
Hey,
that.
say-
Can you
Saving that
roll
one.
all of James's dice while he's away?
Just real quick.
Actually,
Just
you four fired.
run your fingers.
Lauren and I are
Okay.
now running the whole game.
Well,
Let's
I
go.
just-
That's
China.
it.
You,
I just
you
got a
pointed
sweet-
at James, not me, right?
I am
yeah,
HR
he's fired
now.
too. I am HR.
I just got a sweet apron, so I'm going to go grill then.
That's true.
Can you bring
gonna
the
come with
food
you.
back?
Totally.
I'll just drive you over
Yeah,
there. We'll just
absolutely.
leave this
Yeah.
house.
I don't know that this has come up yet on air, but we did a concealed Santa today. That was exciting. Everybody
Yeah.
got some nice little treats.
Yeah.
Jared gave me a Nancy Drew shirt.
Mhm.
That was
Don't
exciting.
steal that. It's trademarked. I live to die.
True,
Yep.
concealed,
Concealed
Santa.
Santa.
Oh, he's standing right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's like, he's very desperate for you to get up
Yep.
to the table.
All right.
He's like walking.
Bye.
Guess we need a sixth mic. Subscribe
Yeah.
to the
We
Patreon.
have 6.
We need an emergency mic for Jane.
We should set one up over at the chair just for her to like make comments from time to time.
Offer
Amazing.
Jane commentary.
For our producer.
Well, I'll keep mine short. This has been a great opening. I've really enjoyed getting to reflect back and talk about it. Things I like and recommend in 2024, building honestly off of a lot of the themes I've heard here. Make time for things you enjoy and do it. One of the things I love is playing games, and I've had a chance to play more games this year than I have in many other years, whether it's Pathfinder, which I've gotten to play a ton of. I've gotten well into my ongoing. I've gotten to play some old school essentials. I've gone to a couple of meetups in the area for OSR style games. Got to meet the creator of Pirate Borg. Super nice. Check that game out. And I started playing Magic: The Gathering again, which I haven't done since I was a teenager, which honestly may be a life mistake, but my local gaming store is great and everyone there is super nice. And it's been really fun to get to play it. I've actually made legitimate real life friends from going to games, which is also how I've met all of you. A couple of highlights of things I'd love to call out from 2024 that are pretty great. Yeah, no, that's it. I think we're good.
Okay.
I love
All
it.
right.
I don't think I have anything that's huge. My Spotify Wrapped came out recently, and somehow 20 years later, Blink-182 is my top band of the year after their album they put
Nice.
out.
Let's
Hilarious.
go.
Funny.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
I love Blink-182.
they
Me
were a big one for
too.
me, and they put an album out this year, and I guess I listened to it enough where they're my top band
Yeah.
this year.
The kids really like Blink-182. It's like this weird like circle back to it's like, you guys like this? Like
I didn't know there was a new album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They got back
good.
together after all the shit that they've been through. It's kind of has this very sweet
Plus a new
song.
member and
Yeah.
Anyway, actually, there's a couple of bands that like put out new albums this year. And I'm like, well, the new Linkin Park's actually pretty good
Yeah.
too.
I'm gonna go see Linkin Park next year.
Oh, fuck,
nice.
They're in
that's
Denver.
awesome.
All
I
the
heard the new
bitching.
lead singer, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like that was really good.
Yeah.
I'm so
all the
excited.
bitching about adding a female member was incredibly fucking stupid.
Yeah, lame.
It is wonderful.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
dope.
There was a couple of games that were big. I'm not a big single player game person, but this year, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is
yeah.
staggeringly good. Spent a lot of time playing Helldivers with friends.
I don't know what that is, but the title sounds sweet.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So in that case, here we go. I'm going to keep this limited because God, we've been talking for 20 minutes. The Stalker video game is Stalker 2 is there's actually a mini documentary about the making of Stalker 2 because it's a Ukrainian game design company that made a game in a country that's getting invaded.
Wow.
But Stalker is a reference to a Russian film, Stalker, like one of the few pieces of like really well-known older Russian science fiction, which is based off of the book Roadside Picnic, which is one of my favorite science fiction books. I cannot highly enough recommend, if you want to read a cool science fiction book, read Roadside Picnic.
Okay.
There's a great paperback version of it I have that in the intro is written by Ursula K. Le Guin as an introduction, sort of setting like what it was like to get to read this really cool piece of Russian literature from sort of the other side of the Iron Curtain, essentially, that made it here to the U.S. And it's actually, I believe the book is set in America. It doesn't really matter, but the Russian film Stalker made it take place kind of over there. And then when this Ukrainian company made the game Stalker, they sort of melded elements of the science fiction plot line in there with the Chernobyl disaster and kind of melded them two in together in this sort of survivalist first-person shooter game.
That's
It's
cool.
really cool. So yeah, been playing a lot of that lately. It's really good. But the biggest thing I think I really want to play is this elephant-sized owlbear. Oh, sorry.
Can I make one more
nice.
note?
Oh, man.
One more note, just
Okay.
because you mentioned games that we're playing. There's a game in beta right now called The Bazaar, Bazaar. I'm fucking loving it. I am playing it so much. It's beta, so just understand that there's going to be a lot of things wrong with it. It's going to go down a lot, but it's a ton of fun. It's very good.
Is it like Quacks of Quedlinburg?
It's like it's
No.
like Hearthstone.
Yeah.
It's like an auto battler with and a deck builder kind of. Yeah.
Trent's gone down the hole on that.
Sounds up my alley.
Wait, I'm
It's
going to
very
jump
good.
in. If you haven't played The Case of the Golden Idol, you should go play that because The Rise of the Golden Idol, a sequel, just came out and it's
Ooh.
so good. If you like Nancy Drew and or deductive games,
Jane
it
just
is
slid into the
amazing.
room like
Yeah.
Kramer.
Yeah, you said Nancy Drew. She was like in the doorway.
So, but you know who else is coming through the... Fuck, I got nothing.
Yeah, sorry, I ruined it. I ruined it.
Yeah, I had a good intro.
Guess
You
who's
know-
going to slide into this cave like Nancy
like
Drew?
that.
Like
Kramer.
Kramer.
Well, you know what, Trent? I think in return, I'm going to have this owlbear ruin you.
Okay.
So where we last left, I believe we were going into, I think the third turn technically, because the room's so big, and it had just become the Beast of Shattershield's turn. You know, I have checked it, and for those of you who keep meticulous notes from week to week, which I know is every one of
Yeah.
you, the owlbear has taken 15 points of damage so far.
Oh, cool.
Hey Trent, how much damage have you taken?
I think you're going to make me the mincemeat of Shattershield.
What's your wounded condition right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, are you already at wounded 2? Or are you just wounded 1?
I'm at wounded 1.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I thought. So
I only
okay,
went
good.
down once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if I took you. Oh, that's right. So
But
here
I
we
have
go.
no hero points. I have no focus points. But I have full health right now.
Yeah,
I don't think we have many patches. At the
yeah. Are there
table either.
any? Although I mean, new player to the table.
Okay,
Yeah.
New patch.
Yeah.
So here you go, Lauren. We'll go with no mistakes, just happy accidents as your hero
Oh.
patch.
This is our
Wow.
last recording session of the year, right?
Oh, wow.
This session today, yeah,
So obviously, the next time we record,
it will have been your birthday.
we will get that one too. But we will get a New Year patch.
Yeah, next
Aha.
recording session. So
Yeah.
if Arthur survives this one,
That's a big ol' if.
well, time to take it out of the possible and into the real. Let's open this up. I think we've got to go hard here. So I think we're going to try to set up the real rough shit. So we're going to start with a Talon Strike.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Trent, asking for a friend. 33 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Is that a
Crit.
crit? Fuck.
Oh no.
What's the
Yep.
worst that could happen?
Yep.
Oh, it's a crit, you said?
Yep.
Oh, amazing.
Yep.
Wow. Really easy to do math here. Love that for me. So this is going to be 56 points of damage on the crit.
Okay,
Fuck.
that's fine.
And I do get a grab.
Oh, okay.
So now as a free action, I am going to attempt to grab. Oh, no, wait. It's not. It's only a free action if it's improved grab, right, Ryan?
Right.
So
It'll say if it. Well, what's it say?
plus grab, normal.
Plus grab. So yeah, you have to spend an action to grab.
Yes, and with the revised edition rules, it's not a free thing. It's just but there's just no map penalty on the grab from remaster.
Wait, so do you have to roll, or it's a?
I do have to roll.
Okay,
Yeah, one of the changes they
But
made.
it takes his action.
It does take the action. The change they made from 2E vanilla to 2E remaster was they added the roll because quite a few characters had like really good bonuses that would basically only ever apply on defense. And they're like, well, that character's thing almost never comes into play against the monsters that will most likely use grab.
Yeah.
So now it's offset by saying remastered grab just is immune basically to map. So when they use the special ability grab,
Oh,
Nerd.
it still takes the action. They still have to roll, but it's at full map.
that's just against my like standing reflex, right?
That's going to be against your fortitude DC.
DC.
Oh, fortitude.
Yeah.
So fortitude plus 10.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go.
There's a rule for that.
Yeah, so this did really well. Actually, this is not as strong as I thought. 24 to grab.
That is a grab.
Ooh,
Probably
you are
just
now
barely.
grabbed.
Yeah, I have 21.
All right.
Okay, grabbed.
Ooh. So I think here's what we're gonna do. It has a. Let's see. Owlbear is going to use Gnaw.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds perfectly fine.
Requirements: the owlbear has a creature grabbed in its talon. Effect: the owlbear attempts to disembowel the creature with a beak strike.
Yikes.
We all just like looked at each other like, what?
No, okay. We'll learn what happens after you kill me.
I'm sure you're fine.
I'm sure I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happens?
Arthur dies.
Okay. I rolled fine. 26 to hit,
Okay, that is a hit.
but not a crit,
Not a
right?
crit.
All right. So here's what happens. If the strike is successful, you must attempt a will save in addition to the damage.
Okay.
So let me go ahead. I'm just going to roll that damage for you. I'm
Sure.
just that kind of nice person.
Do I even get a will save if I'm dead? Unconscious?
Well, I rolled the highest chance for you to potentially still be alive. You take 12 points of damage.
I'm down.
Oh.
Yep.
So then I guess you don't need...
That was the exact amount.
I rolled 2 1s. So that's the lowest I could roll.
Yeah.
So are you at 0?
I am at 0.
Yeah, I don't think staggered's a thing in 2E. I think you're just down.
I'm grabbed.
You are
and-
grabbed.
And dying 2.
No, we should do this. So I need you to go ahead and roll a will save for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me take
Ugh.
off dying.
As it takes some of your bowels.
Yeah, it's going to take some of my bowels, all right.
You
Wow.
know, Brock Lesnar got some of his bowels taken out when he had diverticulitis. He still came back and fought in the UFC.
This is
Do this.
a will save, right?
Yeah.
24.
Ooh, okay. That
Probably a failure.
is a failure.
Yeah.
So you are sickened 1
Okay.
and slowed 1 as long as you remain sickened,
Okay.
as it takes some of your bowels.
Give me a minute to...
That's a will save?
Yeah, to really keep yourself focused as the bowels move.
Sickened 1
Uh-huh.
and slowed 1?
Yep.
Okay.
And the slowed one goes away when the sickened one goes away.
It's crazy.
All right. That's its whole turn, though. Use all of its actions to do that, Trent.
Let me add in all of this stuff
Yeah, it's fine.
real quick.
Lucky, it's your turn. You just saw the owlbear take a little lunchable snack out of Arthur.
Super.
Take a bite out of crab.
Yeah, you literally see his intestines hanging
His
out.
guts are
now.
hanging out.
Isn't there some
Getting
movie where that
William
happens,
Wallace.
pretty disgustingly?
Oh yeah, probably.
I just can't remember what it is. All right.
All right. Let's study the creature.
It's Tropic Thunder that you're thinking of.
Oh yeah,
kidding.
maybe.
There's a lot of fish, and for some reason they're still
Sticks.
on the sticks, just sort of pouring onto the floor right now.
All right. What's your nature bonus? Unless you have a specific lore.
No, it's probably nature, unless it's Fey. 9.
9. All right. What would you like to know? You succeed. I guess I shouldn't tell you that, but you'll get some information.
Lowest saving throw.
We already
told
know
you.
that.
We do?
Reflex, yeah.
Okay.
Look at Ryan's
Just
notes.
remembering. No, yeah.
It's not like we listened to a little bit of the last episode
Yeah.
that came out before we started
Man,
recording.
that seems like a patch.
Pretty patchworthy.
I don't know. Anything good that we should know? Does it have a attack of opportunity? Or what's it
Remaining
called?
HP.
What's its sign?
It's also a Sagittarius.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, it just wants to explore and adventure.
Hmm.
Let's see. You do not think from the way that it's reacted that it has any sort of reaction.
Okay. All right.
All right. You have
Time
2 actions
to
left.
Attack.
What we got? How's everyone
Not a
feeling
great
right now?
start.
Trent, you doing good? You
Yeah, go fuck yourself, James.
Wow. Happy New Year.
No, I've got like 6 backup characters, so I'm good.
I'm
Well, one's
assuming
not your mom.
18 does not hit.
True. 5 backup
an
characters.
18 does not hit.
I rolled a 4, so
Oh.
that's not great.
Oh, man. Those are my new dice.
I know,
too.
Ryan. You gotta.
Wow.
You better hope they come through this time.
You need the
No.
spirit
Oh,
of,
no.
2
you need the
4s in a
spirit
row.
of Christmas to help.
Well, that's my turn.
All right. Nikolai, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
Oh,
that-
man.
That gets the
Quickly
new
into the dunce.
dunce cap.
Yeah, so as Jane mentioned, we did a concealed
no.
Santa, which I highly recommend for game groups because it's really fun to exchange gifts for the holidays, but like that's a lot of people in big game groups. So Jason, I think you found like a website online that could help us
Yeah.
organize the Secret Santa stuff. And
We need a picture of that.
yeah, Lauren got Ryan a dice throne and a dice timeout chair
Mm-hmm.
with a dunce cap. And so
And I
The-
got Jared new dice, and
It just-
the dice I got him are immediately in the dunce chair. So that's lovely.
Aw.
all right, Nikolai, what are you doing here?
Nikolai is gonna heal his gutted friend.
Sure.
I feel really bad.
Would you say that you feel kind of gutted?
Mm.
Wow.
A bit.
Trent, what does that feel like?
It feels like all of your intestines are hanging out,
Okay.
and
pretty gross.
that you have no control over it, and that you're grabbed by something and bleeding out.
I heard.
Yeah.
41.
41 healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got one
That's
action
good, that's
left.
good.
I have 2. I'm quickened.
Taste
Oh,
it.
that's right.
You know what's funny is we were listening to the last episode and I was like, I got such a good setup for this. I have no fucking clue what that was. I'm gonna move.
You heard it first,
away.
kids. Something you should do for 2025 is take notes for yourself.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
I notice this other individual come in the room. So
Yeah, you do start to see. You know what, Lauren? Tell us a little bit of what Nikolai starts to see appearing at the western cave mouth.
What Nikolai sees appear at the cave mouth is a older Tengu walking in slowly. It seems like she might have started to run in. She's sort of like breathing a little heavy, but maybe slowed down in the previous room. And she's got a crossbow out.
Oh, shit.
And currently, she's just taking in the scene and trying to figure out what to do.
All right, so it looks like Jason moves to the west towards that cave mouth a little bit with action 3. So
What is the Tengu wearing?
I don't think anything crazy. Just normal traveling clothes and a cloak and.
Okay.
an explorer's smock.
armor.
Oh, she does have a fancy pair of glasses that
Ooh.
have a slightly purple sheen to them, and they're kind of shaped like butterfly wings.
Those sweet new Oakleys.
Amazing.
So
That's
Nikolai
awesome.
moves over, kind of gets in between this new character coming in the room and this fight we're in.
I have to kill that Tengu.
I don't know who that is.
That's an ad.
She trains the crossbow on him.
I would,
Yeah.
As he runs over, he has his bow pulled. It's not at you, but he's free action to talk. Who are you?
I'm Laku. Who are you?
What are you doing here?
I am looking for Lamash Tuzilla.
Nikolai points at the giant owlbear. It's right there.
Smaller than I expected.
It's
Oh, wow.
fucked up our whole town.
Well, all right.
Get in here.
Okay.
Sorry,
She
what
pulls up the crossbow. She's like, I don't need to get that close.
what was the
fair.
name?
Laku.
Laku. Okay. Laku, bring him down.
All right,
As
Jason.
blood's coming out of his mouth.
His intestines are in the
He
Jason,
has
Owlbear's
you've
great
mouth.
got a fourth
hearing.
action now, right?
I moved twice.
That's 2 moves.
Yep. I moved 50 feet.
Oh, my bad then.
That's all good.
All right, Jonas.
Jonas is going to.
It's a large room. It doesn't look like it's.
I did. I know. I was like, I feel like I shouldn't actually. Listeners, for what it's worth, it's a huge room.
Enormous.
Jason actually moved a lot. Nikolai is very quick on his feet. Do not let my indignation take away from that.
Did your computer just die?
No, I'm just my brain just died.
Mhm.
That'll happen.
Mhm.
Yeah. it's
I'm
rough.
going to drop. I'm going to move up towards
northwest.
Lamash
East.
Zilla.
Okay, so northwest.
5 squares. I need to be within 30 feet of Arthur.
Okay,
I'm going to drop the tree adjacent to Arthur.
perfect. So so Laku, you'd see this for the first time. This tree just grows out of the ground in a second.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then I'm going
You
to.
want it next to the owlbear or one space away?
I want it next to Arthur.
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
So-
It has
Yeah.
reach. So.
Yeah, and then I'm going to, for my 4th hastened action.
That's right. A lot of
I'm
haste.
going to move.
Quickened.
Damn it.
I'm going to move 7 spaces to the
Nice.
diagonally to the east.
I have it on my hero.
He runs away.
Yep, diagonally to the east.
runs
Jay,
in,
and
then he
then
runs away.
Smappy is going to bite.
Okay.
Yes. Good frog. Good frog.
Smappy is a favored party member.
23?
A giant toad. 23 is a miss.
Quick
23 is a
question.
miss.
Did
Yeah.
you take not that it would have mattered really? Did you take into account the owl bear being grabbed when you calculated stuff?
Yes.
Okay,
Even
it would
that-
not
even
have
that
mattered
attack?
anyway. But
No. Because being grabbed doesn't affect its attacks.
okay,
And Lucky had succeeded on this thing, so it was off guard to Lucky regardless.
cool.
And then Smappy's going to stretch that tongue and move back towards the
Move
west.
to the west.
10 feet.
All right. Kind of the same way that Nikolai and this newcomer, this middle is middle age the right phrase for the Tengu? Does that feel appropriate, Lauren?
Yeah, she's 46. I think
Okay.
that's about
Okay.
middle age for Tengus.
Yeah, for Tengus. For humans, it's much later.
Is it?
Yeah.
So mean. Saw me at that
We need
mountain.
to get you a hill for you to stand on
Wow.
the other side.
Wow, 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 wow. I'm not 46 yet.
All right. Now, Laku, it's your turn.
Okay.
Amazing.
I was trying to check something because I thought part of
All right.
what was it? Part of not pursuing a lead, devising a stratagem was like a free recall knowledge check, but I don't see that anymore. And I
We're
wonder,
familiar with that.
was
That's
it
true?
was it removed in the remaster though?
Oh, I don't
'Cause
know.
it's-
It might be buried in a few different places.
Yeah.
But for
I'll
what it's
research.
worth, as we've talked about, Lauren, I'm sure that Lamash Druzilla is your lead currently.
Yes. So, because Lamash Tuzilla is my lead, I can devise a stratagem as a free action.
Hell yeah.
So let's roll this new.
Lamash Tuzilla is better than anything I googled, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's also fun for those of you, for you eagle-eared listeners, or what's an animal with good hearing?
An owlbear.
For you owlbear-eared listeners,
Yeah.
you may recognize the name Laku. Do any of you recognize at the table the name Laku?
A bit.
Mm-hmm. I do.
It's from a
There'll be more talk of what Laku's doing here after the
Ah.
fight. Laku rolled an 18, so Laku's really excited.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, the investigator bank an 18.
So she,
It's good when the investigators get a good recall knowledge check.
Yeah.
Jane's giving me the double.
well, no,
breaks.
this is actually going to be my attack stratagem.
Yeah, that's the banked D20.
So she comes into the room,
Okay.
stops, has a chat with some stranger, sees the owlbear. She pushes up her glasses. You see the glint
Perfect.
go across these butterfly-shaped glasses as she trains her crossbow on Lamash Tuzilla and takes a shot. So,
So you'll get to use that 18.
yes.
You
And
have
then
to
it's
use that 18, in fact.
I
It's about
do.
75
And it is
feet.
off guard to you, courtesy of SMAPs.
And you get to add your intelligence modifier instead of strength or dex.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's,
That's
what does
awesome.
the off guard do for me?
it's
James
AC's
will
lower.
calculate it.
Okay.
Yep. Nothing you have to worry about other than it's slightly easier to hit and crit.
So that altogether is a 32 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a crit?
That's not a crit, but
Oh,
that's a
damn
hit.
it.
No, its AC is quite
Yeah, this
high.
thing's AC is ridiculous,
I
which
think
is why it's
I
only
think
taken.
25, if I remember correctly. Dang.
No, it's not.
Oh, man.
What are these things I'm eating? Again?
Trent made them, I think.
Trenton?
They are peanut clusters. It's just peanuts and chocolate.
I mean, what?
They were made actually by my mother-in-law.
Aw. Thank
Thanks,
you very
Mama.
much, mother-in-law.
Shout out to Brie Bites.
All right.
Yeah, they're good.
You know what?
Trying to pull out all the dice for this.
Don't take it personal.
I just want to make
Just
it
how it
known
goes.
to the
Just-
listeners. It wasn't terrible math. I didn't have the dice out.
Yeah, it's still, I don't have a terrible dice drop though.
Nobody has a peanut allergy, right?
It's funny you say
About to
that.
find out.
That's why I'm always like, it has these things inside of it. Don't eat it if you have.
That'll be 17 points of damage.
Nice.
All right. Hey, you have now done more. It's more than doubled the damage dealt to it.
Nice. So,
So that's-
free action was devise a stratagem.
Yep.
One action to take the shot. Second action will be reload the crossbow.
Mm-hmm. The world is your oyster. These peanut clusters are really good, Trent.
Yeah.
Why would you do this to us? Now we can't vamp.
Third action, she's going to move a little bit.
All right, coming to the east. All right.
Where the owlbear goes to the bathroom.
That actually, yes. All right, Arthur, that makes it your turn. You have come to.
Yes.
I mentioned the beast has probably dropped you when you went limp. It's a
Did
free
it?
action. Yeah.
Okay.
So you are on the ground. There's a tree next to you.
Mhm.
Your bowels are out.
And I don't have my sword in my hand.
That is correct, yes. You are swordless, bowelless, and on the ground.
Wonderful. No, I think I would have been stitched up by the healing, right?
Word.
Yeah, but everything's still not back in its place.
Yeah,
You're still sick.
there are parts of my intestines on the ground. Or in its mouth.
I imagine that gives you, it's like fake magical intestines that get grafted in there, and your real ones are just laying on the ground.
Or I just have to have a colostomy bag for the rest of my life.
Gross.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
No, you're
forgot
fine.
one thing is
Yeah.
when I do that,
Uh-huh.
I point at you and I'm like,
Who's
all
you?
right, Nikolai. And I'm like, all right, you hit it next. And so he is now,
The
the
Baron.
owlbear is off
Tell me what
guard
to
to
do.
you.
Oh.
And the next on the next attack that you make against that creature before the start of my next turn.
Sick.
That's
That's
really
awesome.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's called shared stratagem.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's so
That's
cool.
really cool.
So I just point and I'm like, see where that arrow hit it? Do it again.
Okay.
I mean, I think what we're going to do is just grab the sword, two hands, stand up.
Yep. No, you know you're still sickened and slowed, so you're not out of actions.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to change the order and like
No,
stand
that's
up
fine.
and retch or something.
No, that's fine.
All right.
He's sickened and slowed as long as he's sickened?
Yes.
Got it.
All
He's
right.
sickened as long as you're sickened.
Okay. And I think that means it's the beast's turn. I think the beast is it's a creature. It's a little enraged. It's focused. So I don't think it actually has paid at all attention to you. It's got your bowels. He feels like he did his work here. He or she. We don't know. So the owlbear is going to stride westward towards Smaps.
Reaction.
All right, Jonas.
Will save, please.
Okay. Yeah, we've tried this a few times.
Yep, it's going to work eventually.
Does wait, it's grabbed. Can it move?
It
Yes.
can.
Okay.
That's why I backed the frog up, because he can only move 10 feet away from me.
Oh, okay.
So it would have to break the grab to move anything other than closer to Smaps.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Which it did. The will save here, casual 34.
Ooh. Just, it's hurtful.
This thing's like in touch with the gods. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, look, it's a really high creature level. This is a fight that all of
Okay.
you are, it's going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's action one.
Going to be difficult.
Going to be difficult, yeah. So I think now it's just going to, it's real simple. It's just going to beak. It's going to beak at Smaps. All right. 27 to hit.
27.
27 to
Shockingly to my summoned creature's crit.
Oh, it is. They're going to say it's not a crit.
Yeah.
All right. Let me grab those D12s.
I think I could just remove this.
Yep. Just pull that
Yeah,
off the.
8. Oh, no, this is me.
Does it have like 12 hit points or something?
Actually, it's very similar. Trent, this is definitely 56 points of damage.
He did.
Oh my god.
Snappy dead.
Snappy's dead.
He's not dead. He just go back to
It's a
his
crit.
plane.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make
I
you feel
zoned
better?
out reading a spell, and I heard someone say he's dead, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Smappy.
Snappy
Great.
immediately snaps back to his plane.
Smappy's not dead. He just went home.
Yeah.
And then
Snappy go home.
I think he's gonna
Snappy
whip around. I
go
think he's gonna look
home.
around, and we're gonna see. We're gonna say 1 and 2. It heads towards Nikolai and Laku, and And then that's 1, 2, 3. It goes west towards Nikolai and Laku. 4, 5, 6. It goes east towards Arthur. 4. So it will take its turn striding back towards Arthur.
Okay.
And that's it. All right, Lucky, it's your turn. Ba-dum.
All right. We'll do our recall knowledge. Same deal.
+9.
Plus
right?
9.
Yeah, what are you interested in?
I have no idea. Second highest.
Sure. Second highest is will.
Wow.
Okay.
Its mind seems sort of strong, but it definitely seems like it's the hardiest.
Yeah.
Hardiest its
That
thing.
makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
We're gonna-
also, sorry.
Yeah, good.
When you do that check, I clue in and you got a +1 bonus to that check
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, sweet.
because I'm thinking about it too. I don't
Yeah.
know. So,
Oh man,
We're mind melding.
yeah.
that's
Okay,
going
and
to
so the-
like mesh together
And
so
the fact
very
that you
well.
can then
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
off
That's gonna be
guard
cool.
to someone else.
Yes.
Okay, because like we've seen an investigator, but Val was built very specifically as it because like every class. This is what I love about Pathfinder 2.
because this
You know
game
what?
fucking rules.
Yeah.
There are so many different ways to build every class that it's so cool to see the same class, especially with the free archetype rule. Like to see someone show up as that class that you've seen before, but see it played so differently that we're all like, wait, it can do that? Because like we're all used to Val, which was this investigator as killer
Yeah.
with plot knowledge, with the ability to be like, something's weird in this room, tell me.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a great ability. All right, Lucky.
All right. I got a
on.
26 to hit.
With the +1.
What's the +1 was on
Oh.
the
Off
recall
guard.
knowledge
Okay.
check. Because of off guard,
Yes.
that hits.
Okay.
Good. Sheesh. 14 damage.
All right.
Oh, 15 damage. Sorry.
Is that with your sneak attack?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna aid Arthur's next attack
Ooh, nice.
with deception.
Yeah, you're gonna try to like call something out or feint or like
Yeah,
get its
yeah.
attention.
Does that
All right.
last one round?
The
Yeah.
reaction is
It'll-
happening.
it'll be a
you're
reaction
fainting.
on
I
your
gotcha,
round.
I gotcha. Okay.
All
Assuming
right.
This is a male. I assume Lucky's like, ooh, is that a female owlbear I see over there?
Okay.
And it's like, huh?
Nikolai Minaj, it's your turn.
That's good. Fuck.
Thanks. I was a little proud of that.
Nikolai
Jonas is on deck.
from here.
Yep. You're the west side of the room. This Tengu with the crossbow bolt that's all of a sudden just coming in and like giving commands. You see that as well. You see how hardy it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You shoot it right there where I shot it.
Nikolai starts casting a spell,
Uh-huh.
and then all of a sudden,
Arthur explodes.
like basically out of a portal that opens up in front of him, a giant fucking elk
Whoa.
comes
Oh,
out
fuck yeah.
and
yeah.
attacks the owlbear.
Is this a summon?
It's called Sacred Beasts.
What?
That's sick.
I was
And
like, do I
it's
need to
your-
find a pawn?
Your
Or
deity's animal comes out, or swarm comes out and deals damage.
for some
Dude.
reason, I love the idea of a swarm of mice-sized elk.
Elk.
That would be adorable.
It's a reflex
Dope.
save.
Okay. Oh, it's my worst save.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to decide which die, but you know what?
Mhm.
Always go wizard's chest. Okay. It probably succeeds. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's gonna be. I can do math. I can do it. 28.
Yeah, it succeeds.
Okay, but just a success, right? Not a
Right,
crit.
correct.
All right. So Jason still gets to roll dice.
Yeah, my internet connection just went.
13 points of damage.
Okay.
And we back.
And then, how far are you, Arthur?
From you?
Looks like
Yeah,
maybe
from me.
40 feet.
40, okay.
Trent is
55,
counting.
I think.
Jason, how much damage
Yeah.
did I just take?
13.
55.
That's the halved.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's it's heightened spell, so it was 66 damage.
Okay.
I am 55 feet from you.
So you've got 2 actions left, Jason,
Yeah.
and 55 feet to Trent.
I will.
You also you have put some damage on this thing now, like for the first time. If we were on fantasy grounds, you'd be in the yellow, maybe even towards orange,
Wow.
Oh.
Mm.
I'll shoot.
like a late Colorado afternoon, as seen from a gorgeous mountaintop. Ryan, all right, got the bow out. It's off guard to your shots, courtesy of Laku.
20.
That's a miss.
Yep. And then I'm going to move.
All right. So Nikolai starts pacing, bow out, back to the east and to the north, sort of circling clockwise around the owlbear. Jonas, you see all of this playing out. Arthur has gotten himself back to his feet. I have to imagine just that, like, sort of like hunched over posture of like barely able to stand.
Definitely.
You're like, even if your body's been healed, imagine psychologically what it's like to just get that messed up so frequently.
Oh, and for that spell, so basically for whoever casts this later on, Sacred Beast, whatever your animal is, or if your doesn't have one, it says you and the GM discuss it.
Okay.
Comes out and does whatever bludgeoning, piercing damage that animal does for like a round, and then goes away. It's pretty cool.
So does
sort of like a summon out of Final Fantasy.
It's like a 30-foot range with a 5-foot burst.
How
That's really
does the
cool.
deer attack? With its horns?
With its antlers.
Hooves?
I say with it kind of antlers it up.
With its puffy white tail.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it flips its tail at it.
Runs up and gives it a little
Bye,
bite.
bitch, and then runs away.
Gives it just sheds a few like deer ticks onto it, gives it Lyme disease.
Ooh, there's the long game.
Rocky Mountain Fever.
All right, Jonas.
Jonas will reach into
Yeah.
his shirt and pull out a wand. And reflex save, please.
Okay. I just saw Wicked the other night, and
Is it
there's
Me
you know
too.
what? I don't like musicals, and I quite enjoyed Wicked,
Hmm.
which I feel like should be a glowing review for
Yeah.
me.
I saw
good.
Wicked on Broadway, and it
Same.
Oh, wow.
like reverberated in my chest. Like it was that fucking good.
It's
when I ended,
incredible,
I
yeah.
was like teary.
So
It's
the,
so
the
good.
movie only goes up through right after Defying Gravity, so it's just like the
Okay.
first half,
I think it's
basically.
intermission, right?
Yeah.
They
But
somehow made it 2.5 hours.
Oh, so is there going to be a second?
Oh, there's going to be a
Yeah.
second. Oh, I didn't
Which
know
is
that.
essentially Wizard of Oz, right? But from the witch's perspective.
I mean,
what I
up
heard.
until
Yeah, kind
not
of.
really.
Yeah, no, I think.
I don't think Dorothy makes an appearance, if that tells you anything. It's just kind of like a side story
Toto,
slash
though?
backstory sort of thing.
So a couple of things. One, when you think about it, there was a joke in there where Galinda talks about the essay she wrote, Wands, what's the point? Or Wand, something
Yeah.
like that, and that's what made me think about it. But two,
Nice.
19 total on that reflex save.
I like it. That's a failure.
Oh, damn.
Okay,
About
failure. It's going to be
Yeah.
some damage, and I will roll it.
And you know what? You know who we all owe that failure to?
Who?
That failure goes out to Jason's kids and the
Yes.
glow-in-the-dark dice that they gave me.
Nice.
Good.
Thanks, kids.
Nice
gonna
job,
be-
kids.
Good job.
Oh my goodness, excuse me. 8 electricity damage.
Okay.
And 7 sonic. That's like, I'm not allergic to peanuts, but I almost choked on one. So,
Ah,
You are allergic to choking.
yeah, I'm definitely
Everyone is.
allergic to choking.
yeah, it turns out every human.
Are you allergic to choking,
We
or is it
have-
just bad for
we
you?
have weakness choking.
Yeah.
all right, so you got
that's
two
true.
actions left, Jonas,
I
because
have
you are
one action
quickened.
left because I pulled the wand.
right.
For the first action, my
What do you got?
move me half the distance to the west, closer to Arthur.
Please.
All right. So you start like
Kind of diagonal, yeah.
stalking into the northwest
Yep.
a little bit, getting closer to the owlbear. You're all sort of rotating around. It reminds me a lot of seeing like a sort of a third-person action game. Kind of, it is very much giving me Monster Hunter vibes.
It
Like
is.
one poor fuck is tanking and everyone else is trying to set up combos and
We just
DPS.
watched the newer Clash of the Titans movie. I like watching it. It's stupid and horrible, but I like watching it. There's a part where they fight the scorpions, and that's what this looks like. We're just moving around it, chopping its legs out.
All right,
I like
Laku, Lauren, it's your turn. You're still set up. What are you gonna do?
Okay, we found it. It's known weaknesses, and that's whenever I devise a stratagem, I can also attempt to recall knowledge as part of that action before rolling the d20. So first, let me try the recall knowledge.
All right, so that's a secret check. Do,
Okay.
you, do you have nature? Because that's
I
what this is gonna
do.
be. What's your bonus to nature?
10.
Ooh,
It's pretty good.
pretty good. All right. You don't learn anything.
Well,
Which is the classic
to the
investigator experience.
Yeah.
I guess
at least
I
you're
didn't
consistent.
critically succeed.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we made that drop, and I think by the end, Jane hated it.
Yeah.
Every time it was like, do I learn anything? You learn. The problem is there was it came up a lot in like giant boss fights that had
Yeah.
like this that have huge DCs.
Yeah.
All right. So now what would you like to do?
All right. Well, I'm going to devise a stratagem again.
He seems good. Seems decent.
I'll use the wizard's chest die.
All right.
Let's see how it does.
Big D20.
Poorly. I mean, I don't think I'm going to hit with that, so I'm just not going to take the shot. That was free, so I'm just going to move a lot this round.
You can also do assists. Don't forget. For two actions on your turn, you can set up a reaction on someone else's turn to assist them with everything from an attack roll to a
Is that just one
ability
action?
save. It's 2 actions on your turn to set up an assist.
Yeah, you sure it's 2 actions?
Oh no, you're right. Sorry, it's 2 actions to create any reaction,
Yeah,
1
yeah.
action to set up an assist.
Right. So if you're like holding an action,
It's 2
it's
actions.
2 actions.
But to
hold an
assist
action.
someone, yeah, for
But
1
to aid,
action.
it's 1 action.
Okay, then I will aid, but
And your
I'm going to take
reaction.
2 moves.
Or
And
if like
again,
you used medicine,
my-
say,
yeah,
hit it
whoever's
where I can
aiding,
shoot
it's
the
their
arrow,
reaction.
like you
Right.
could use that.
Thank you for catching me on that, Jared.
No worries.
Yes,
But
I would
as-
love
Thank
to
you
use
for the
medicine to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
We were noting it also takes your reaction for the turn.
Yes, it does. But at this level, and most folks don't have big bombastic reactions
Yeah.
banked. Yeah, there was definitely took our group a little bit of time to figure out the way the intent was to work. And honestly, a part of it was listening to some of the Paizo employees playing on podcasts using the aid correctly, and that's going, oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It really helps when they do that.
Yeah.
okay, so I will aid. I mean, is Arthur doing like the big damage to this guy?
I mean,
He
that's
is.
the goal if he hits.
Yeah.
But right now, the damage has really been everyone chipping in.
He's more of like the wide receiver that gets double teamed so the other guys can be open right now.
I'm-
That's him.
Exactly.
I'm
exactly.
aiding Arthur.
I am Jamar
also.
Chase.
Yes.
And I think you only get benefits from 1 aid.
At a time, but if Arthur gets multiple, but like you could, for example, if Arthur is going to try to retch, you could try to assist Arthur removing his sickness. Be like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, no,
Oh.
heave,
Which
heave,
is there's a very good chance that's what I'm going to do.
heave
Yes.
Oh.
from your diaphragm.
I love that idea. If she's going to tell him, like, hey, listen, you got to go
Yeah.
and really
Use
just
these
get it
muscles.
out. Yeah.
All right.
And
Very much
yeah.
appreciated.
So the way that'll work is you've now aided with that. So before Trent makes that action, you'll make. So usually you call what skill medicine in this
Medicine,
case.
yeah.
You'll make a medicine check, and then based on your training and the success, Trent will get some sort of bonus to that check with it.
love it.
All right. Sure enough, Laku, it's your turn on Arthur.
Arthur says, bird anatomy is not the same as human anatomy.
Trust me.
I'm an expert in bird law.
Yeah. Bird law. And what's your specialty? Bird law. Yeah, he's going to retch.
All right. So
Uh,
now, Lauren, go ahead and make a medicine check as your reaction.
All right.
What's your training in medicine? I feel
Like-
like it.
What do you mean, the number or just in general?
Like, are you trained, expert, master?
oh, I'm expert.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That'll matter for what you get here.
Oh, yeah.
This seems like it's the perfect skill to use.
26.
So that's a crit, which would normally be a +2, but if you crit when you're an expert, it's a +3. So Trent, you're getting a +3 on this.
Okay.
Badass.
I'm amazing.
And I'm going to say that even though it was a will save that started it, because it's sickened, I feel like it should be fortitude. I'm shifting it to fortitude if you're cool with that.
Yeah, sure.
And you'll get an
it's-
additional +3.
It's the same bonus.
Oh,
So-
well, now I feel like I definitely haven't messed with the mechanics.
But it's the spirit of the thing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And you're getting a +3 to this.
Okay. That is a 28.
That's enough. You are no longer sickened, which means
Wonderful.
I know that this is not the way the rules are supposed to work. The rules are supposed to essentially check for untap upkeep, and then it's when you get your actions based on the stats, but I've always applied it immediately because it just is more fun that way. So I think you now have used an action to retch, and you have regained the action you've lost to slowed,
Yeah, because I'm
essentially.
no longer slowed, right?
Which is not how the rules are written, but it is the way I like to play it.
This is your house,
Okay.
James.
It's your game.
I rent.
This is the house you rent, James.
Actually, our Christmas present to you was buying this house for you.
Wow.
Oh, and now we pay you instead?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Now you got to
Just,
pay Lucky.
Yeah.
Just make yeah. We didn't say we're giving it to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Just that we're now your landlords.
Lucky has bought it and increased the rent.
So that now we set the rules because this is our house. Okay,
give us
so
some
I have
patches.
retched, which is an action.
Yes.
I am going to
You're already standing and have your sword.
attack.
All right. Now,
Okay, now I get to aid, right?
now Lucky will get that that deception assist in there with just like woohoo distraction.
21.
All right, that's a success. So you're getting a +1 on this, Trent.
Okay, awesome.
All right, we want to see some big numbers here.
It's not. It's really small number.
That was a natural one.
Oh,
Roll it again.
Jared has put the patch
I
in.
have patched
Okay, I
it.
can't use this one.
Do you need the dunce
Yeah,
check?
it's pretty big.
Is it? Is it?
You might need to put just the dunce hat on top of that die. It's too big.
Like an adult
my
sitting-
God. Natural 20.
Let's
go!
go! Wait, and Trent, like, aren't those? Isn't that a set that you bought ages ago?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's like one of your OG gaming
Yeah,
sets.
this is the one. These are so heavy because they're pure metal
That's right.
that I think I could use these in home defense.
Nice.
Like, they're dangerous.
Like if you had a wrist rocket slingshot, you'd
sling it,
fuck
yeah.
someone up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so natural 20?
Natural 20. This D4 is a caltrop, like straight up.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
quite
All right, so
dangerous.
Trent, you know the deal. Roll a you roll a D4 or a D6, so I can get out a piezo critical hit card for you.
That's a
I'm
3.
so excited.
Tres.
Come on, triple
All right.
damage.
All right, this is a slashing whip. Oh, now isn't this amazing? You know what? This is just too good.
Don't you cut us off.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to play this out. But Trent, I'm going to give you a patch
Oh,
What?
Wow.
because you
Okay.
know what you do in return to this owlbear?
Oh, man, do I sickened it?
You
do you take
disembowel.
its guts out?
Jared's getting it back. You disembowel the owlbear
Yes.
Let's go.
and deal
That's
triple
awesome.
damage.
Whoa.
You literally, after getting disemboweled, randomed the disembowel card.
Triple damage with D12s.
And then you
Yeah.
And
slice
your fire.
its owlbear
And
bowels
fire.
We're
into
gonna
your
need to
own
stall for
bowels.
a little
Yeah,
bit,
this is
so-
going to have to be some, you know what?
Yeah, does anyone else have anything
I'm going to have
from
to dice roll this.
Does anyone else have anything from 2024 to fill with while Trent
Oh,
does
yeah.
math?
Nikola Jokic scored 56 points last night.
Whoa.
Dang.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
56
triple-double?
is like the
he had
fucking
It's a
number
number.
of
10
today.
rebounds and eight
Oh.
assists, so pretty close. But
That crit that he had a couple episodes ago, Trent, we did the math wrong.
Oh,
You at some point you were like 3 times 8 is 18, and it's
Oh,
24.
no.
So can we get 6 points
So-
attached to this guy?
If you give me a second, I'll tell you the new actual highest.
Oh, that's right.
oh,
because we do run achievements for highest damage in a single strike,
This
I
could
believe.
be-
Shout out to our planetary scientist Matt
Yeah.
for having good math skills.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm still going, Hank. Sorry.
It's okay, Matt. It's all right.
Okay. 50 base damage.
Okay.
The fire becomes a D10.
Oh, yeah, and it's persistent, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's
So no,
dope.
it does a D10 persistent, but the actual fire damage is
Oh, that's
also still
right.
dealt in
Oh
triplicate.
my god. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
2,
This
5,
stupid broadsword that he found.
8 fire,
So 58 total.
58, and then it will do.
Oh, wait. Did you double that?
Triple. The
I
fire should
tripled
be-
it. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get 8? Did you just roll it 3
You
times?
tripled the fire damage?
Yeah, I rolled it 3 times.
That's what I got to 8.
oh,
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're like 8 isn't divisible by 3 in whole numbers.
Yeah.
I'm bad
Wait,
at
what's
math, but
happening?
even I know that.
Sorry, I just rolled it 3 times
That makes sense.
So speaking of 8 and 3, we're doing math wrong.
because it's 3d6, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Before it was a 56 base plus you did 24 fire damage, which is 80. Plus it had a weakness of 10, which was 90.
Do we count weakness though?
Absolutely.
Yes, it is a
Okay.
part of the delta and
Yeah,
damage.
it's
So
situational,
we
but-
we owe Matt a drink and a hero patch.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
yep.
We love
for
you,
sure.
Matt.
So that's 58.
Alistair's out there getting some good work done.
Do I roll the persistent damage now?
The persistent
or
damage procs at the end of its turn.
Okay,
However,
perfect.
so that's 58 total damage.
58.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
That is exactly enough.
Oh, no, really?
Oh.
How's that for a note to end the
I
episode
love
on?
that.
I just
Oh
fucking
my-
disemboweled that
Disemboweled
bitch.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, you sure
Wow.
Tune in next week to
Oh
find
my
out
God.
more.
Fucking
go.
go.
did.
Shit.
Wow.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Want to support us? Check us out at patreon.com/live to die pod. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more.